Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. I'm Nursevivianasantos and I am getting ready to compete for an NPC bodybuilding show that I've been planning on doing, and I have been updating you on my prep. So this is my 4-week out prep update, and here we go. But I will try to get as much as I can as soon as I get out of work, so I can update you on everything going on in my day. Okay, so I'm coming back from work, coming home, and let's see if I can share what I eat. I'm gonna try to share with you what I'm gonna eat when I get from work home. And I'm gonna make a chicken sandwich with pitas and some air fried sweet potatoes. So I'm gonna try to put all this together so I can show you. Okay, so this is like the chicken breast that I'm using. Here is all the stuff that I'm putting in. I'm gonna use the pita as a bread, and then I already got the frozen sweet potatoes that I'm putting in the air fryer, and these I'm also going to put in the air fryer. And I have like yogurt, chicken, and then I use seasonings that are 0 calories. So we'll see how that comes out. So here's my meal. 2 pitas or sandwiches, I don't know, but that's chicken salad that I made with the sweet potatoes. That's what I'm gonna have for my drink. And then this is for my dessert. Yummy for my tummy. So now I'm on my way to do my PM cardio. I'm still doing walks. So incline walk is what I'm doing for cardio at the moment. Check-in day today, so I'm gonna try to see how much I can get done, and then I'll go shower and get ready for my check-in. Oh my god, I'm pinche cansada. Hi. Finishing up. I finished my training. Try to do as much as I can as a cardio this morning, but I'm not gonna finish. I have to go get ready to check in. Put on my suit, got my shoes and everything ready, and then now I am checking in. Videos and pictures for my check-in, and now I'm just gonna wait for my feedback. So right now I'll get ready for work, have my protein pancakes, and then go to work. Okay, so normally my first meal or whatever I eat in the mornings is usually my protein pancakes, but I always start with water. So I'll have water every day first thing in the morning. I love coffee, but I don't drink my coffee until maybe 3 hours after I wake up. And then my protein pancakes, depending on the time, I always try to have some already made. So my pancakes are just protein powder of choice with some water and a little bit of baking powder. That's it. I mix it, and a little bit of cooking spray, and that's it. Now there is times that I make a big batch of them and just put them in the oven if I'm going out of town, if I'm not gonna have where to cook possibly, then that's when I do that, or if I know that I have something going on. Otherwise, then I will do some ahead of time, and that'll be just like an individual pancake, right? An individual one serving at a time versus just all of it for the whole week. So that is my first meal.
Si supieras que estoy loco cuando no puedo ver tu carita, cuando no puedo mirar tus ojos, pero doy gracias a mi Dios que me acompañas en la vida. Eres la mujer más bonita que me puedo encontrar, la más hermosa, más atenta que me puedo tocar, y mis parientes me decían que no, pero...
Good morning, everybody. It is Wednesday, and I'm on my way to get my training done. Okay, so we are getting ready to go to work, and it is Wednesday. I always think it's a day ahead, but anyways, I got my feedback from my coach, but there I will share with you, or I might have already shared with you on the video of my check-in, but there is no changes for this week. He thinks I'm doing great, but actually today, after my check-in, I lost more weight. So as we continue to push, the weight continues to come down, but it's just weird because at this time on prep, I wasn't feeling like I'm feeling right now, but I will go over details with you guys, and I just have to get to work. So I am gonna start getting ready for our trip to Laredo this weekend, and I'm gonna start making my protein pancakes, and of course, to make my meal prep fun, I'm gonna have some coffee while I get ready and I do my pancakes and everything. Okay, so we start with a protein. This is the protein I use. I've used different ones, but this one has worked out really well for my pancakes. And
what are you doing, babe?
then I'll use some baking powder. And I'll mix these two first. And then I'll let it water. Depending on my macros, I will use water or milk. But right now, I'm using water. So we'll put it in ounces. Most of the time, depend on the texture and the protein that I use, but I normally use 3 ounces. And that's depending on how thin you want the pancake or thick. And then we'll mix it all. After I mix this, I will put a little bit of pan on my pan, and then I will cook it. That's only if I'm doing individual pancakes. I've said it before, a lot of the times I'll do the same measurements in bulk and just put everything in the oven and bake it, and then just cut it up and weigh it. But if I have the time, I will do individual portions. I'll do just a little cooking spray, heat up the pan, throw in my pancake batter, and that's it. Cook my pancakes. And depending on the days that I want, most of the time for 3 days, it's protein powder and water and baking powder, so it really doesn't go bad. But if you want for it to taste good or fresh, well, and if you can, then just make it either every day or every 3 days, or at least that's what I do. And sometimes accidents happen. I dropped this in there, and look at that.
Good morning, you wonderful one. Good morning, my dear universe. Here comes a nice day, no matter what the sleepy voice say. Good morning to me and to you. Are we ready for something great and good? Good morning to me and to you.
To get all of my cardio done, training everything, since tomorrow we are leaving to Nurseviviana, so that's what I'm trying to do. Hola, buenos días. So I'm here trying to finish my cardio since tomorrow. Like I said, we are going to Laredo, and so I can go to the gym in Laredo, and most probably for Sunday, since my week starts on Sunday, I'll probably go, but I want to try to complete all of my cardio, so I'm not worried about that in my train, which I already finished. And then if I can, I'll go train. Otherwise, it's okay until I come home, because I'm already done and I have completed everything for this week. Pancakes, my coffee, and it's starting to get a little chilly here, so for me it's cold. Everybody else thinks I'm crazy, but it's cold. So I am trying to stay ahead of the game and do my cardio, because today we are driving to Laredo. It is my grandbaby's first birthday party, so she'll be 1 year old next week, and we have a couple of celebrations, but my family and my husband's, most of our family lives in Laredo, so we plan a party for her there, and after work we're going to be driving to Laredo, and so obviously there's not going to be a lot of movement, and so I'm trying to put in my walk now, but when I get out of work I plan to pick up a cake. Thanks to my daughter, she made some little candy bags, and then hopefully I'll gather my people and we'll drive to Laredo. I will update you as much as I can on, my prep, how I'm eating, the family events with food and all that good stuff. And of course the not so good, but I'll try to share as much as I can. I already finished cardio and I think most of my packing. It's Friday morning. Sun is coming out, so pretty. And I'm gonna go to work. So I need to start getting ready for my trip. And that means making sure that my meals and my food, that I have everything ready. I won't take it with me since I'm still gonna go to work, but when I come back before I go on the road trip, I don't wanna take too long to pack. So I'm already having to prepare everything like if I'm leaving right now. So when I get out of work, I just come, pick up everything and leave, because it's probably gonna be a lot of traffic, as always. So these are the things that I mostly always take with me. And that is because a lot of it is that I probably won't find in Laredo at the stores. They're not necessary, it's only for the weekend. I can live without these, but it makes my life easier, especially when there is a lot of foods that are higher in carbs and fats, higher calorie dense foods, right? We are Mexicans, Hispanics, tortillas, puerco, I mean, everything, you name it. So to make my prep easier, I take these foods so that I can be successful. So there's things that I know that I won't find, like my feta cheese, whether it is low fat or fat free, my cheese, egg whites, of course, my zero sugar yogurt. These are hard to find. And then of course, my pancakes that I have already made. The next things are my snacks, and here's my bag. Now, again, there might be things that I will find, but I am going to spend time with my family. It's my grandbaby's first birthday party. I don't want to be spending it looking for certain foods or snacks, right? So if I have them with me, they make my life easier, my prep easier, and I get to enjoy it, right, better. So I'm taking like my Drizzlicious rice cakes, my Magic Pops. Again, these are things that I know that I eat almost every day or every day. And then there's like seasonings that I probably won't find that are zero, or even like sauces like my sugar-free ketchup. And again, everything is just in case I have something that I need it for. The other thing is my popcorn. That's another one of my preference of snack. And lesser evil is not one that I can find easily in Laredo in their grocery stores. And then I have a bag with like my pitas that are high in protein, low on carbs and fat. I have my little snacks, protein powder, you know, so I am taking everything that I might need. Probably won't need everything, but I will take it because I want to make sure that I set myself for success, and so that I don't come back saying, oh my goodness, I'm 3 weeks out and I overate. Now what do I do, right? So trying to get everything ready. The good thing is, like I've mentioned before on all my videos, I do flexible diet, so I know my macronutrients. There is no meal plan specifically. I make my own meal plan, so whatever I want to eat, it's okay as long as it falls on my macros, acceptable macros that I'm having at the moment, with of course the with nutritional value and some fun foods, so that I'm able to maintain those calories. So anyways, I will continue to update you on my trip, how I'm eating, how I'm doing all this. Look how pretty the sky is. It's so pretty. Okay, everybody, time to get to work, but it's Friday. Okay, so I am on my way to work. Now, every day, almost every day, my routine looks the same. so I wake up in the morning, and first thing in the morning, I do my training and my cardio, and depending on the schedule and depending on if I'm on prep or not, that it's depending on, the kind of training and the kind of cardio I am doing. So that's the first thing in the morning. If you followed me for a while, you know that this prep is different, because as far as that, I used to train in the evenings and did my cardio in the mornings only. Since this year, I changed my job position, and it requires a different, not necessarily schedule, but my responsibilities and my job duties are different. I have changed my schedule to train and do cardio in the morning, or train in the morning and do cardio in the evening. Again, it all depends, but I now train in the morning. So for the past whatever year, that's what I've been doing, and it has been working really well. Now, after I finish my training or my cardio and I go to the gym, I go to work. And before I go to work, I have my first meal. My first meal, almost 99% of the time, this prep has been protein pancakes. That's what I eat. And depending on my macros, is the kind of pancakes. So whether I use milk or peanut butter or anything in it, it all depends on my macros. But when I'm on prep, it's my protein with some water or almond milk and some baking powder. That's it. Mix it, and either I bake it, make it a cake, make it a pancake, make it a cupcake, whatever you can think of. That's how I make it, just changing the shape or the way I cook it. And then, so that's my first meal. So then I go to work, and after, when I'm at work, my meal is a egg salad. I always eat an egg salad, something that I prep at home, with lettuce and some feta cheese. If I'm at work, no salsa, because I don't know, I forget. But if I'm at home and I'm eating that, I will put some salsa verde in my egg salad. And then, of course, where I work, we can eat from the dining room. And so if there is vegetables, the staff is really, really sweet. So sometimes they'll, bring in some vegetables, or even some sweet potatoes, or things that they know that I can eat, and I take my scale with me so I can have some of those foods sometimes. And then when during work, it gets really busy, so sometimes, honestly, I am eating really late because I forget to eat, and sometimes it's my stomach reminding me that, hey, I'm hungry and I need to eat, and so I'll be working and eating. Now, after work, when I get home, that's when I always have meals ready, or at least like proteins, vegetables, things that I could just grab. But most of the time, right now, when I come from work, I will make myself something, like whether it is a sandwich, a burger, whatever that might be, I try to make it. And my last meal, right now I'm having about four meals most of the time. I kind of leave it like free, because my husband likes to eat out every day. So it all depends on the day and what he wants to eat and where he wants to eat, or if he's bringing food home. Now, again, I decide what I eat. That's the best part of knowing your macros, because you can eat what you'd like and enjoy, versus here's your meal plan, this is the only things that you can eat, and that's it, right? So it is better to create a meal plan, your own meal plan, because you know exactly what's in it, how much it weighs, how your body is reacting, right? You don't want to be eating different foods and then end up, when you're in your peak week or during your show, getting bloated, having some kind of reaction to a new food. So you want to stick to the same foods that you always eat, right? But when I mean my last meal, I kind of leave it free. I mean like foods that my body is already used to. So if my husband decides to, let's go have some steak, okay, steak night or whatever, we go for dinner, I can ask for a grilled chicken, and that's something that I eat all the time. I can eat, greens or steamed vegetables, and I take my scale with me. Things that I already know that my body is going to be okay with it, right? Now, obviously, it depends on how many macronutrients I have left, how many calories I have left, and so I have to balance that out. It's not just like free for whatever. But I will tell you, I think the reason why I am very successful is because of the way I choose to eat. I don't have, and I taught this to my daughter too when she was on prep, no particular foods are out. If I, almost every day I eat chocolate, almost every day the brownie brittles, because I don't want to feel deprived. I don't want to feel like, and it's up to you, it's up to me what I choose, but I like to eat that. So even if it is a piece of it, I will have it. I will add it to my calories, to my macros, whatever it has, whether it's carbs and fats, I will add it. But I will not, feel that I'm deprived from anything. Just make sure that I add it and it's counted for. Now, obviously, I can't have a slice of cake or, anything that's high calorie dense, because I only have a certain amount of calories. And so I don't want people to think that, oh, she eats whatever. No, I do, but it is controlled. It's measured to make sure that I'm still following. But it's important that you also understand that you have to be good, yes, physically, but also mentally. I mean, I, thank God, have never gone through any eating disorders. I don't feel deprived. I actually feel really good. Yes, I've had very, some energy waves, because it's normal. I'm eating less calories and I have high cardio, of course. But those are, things that you go through prep. Now, there's so many athletes that, binge eat, even whether it is on prep or after prep, or develop eating disorders because they're deprived from certain foods, and they have to follow a certain meal plan. I will tell you that when I started bodybuilding, which was my first prep, I think it was like 12 years ago, it was a meal plan, and I only followed what was on the meal plan, only the amount of it, and that was it. All day, every day, the same thing. And I can do it. I love it. I'm okay with eating the same thing every day. But if I feel like eating something different now, with knowing my macronutrients, I can do that. And that gives me a peace of mind, that gives me the flexibility, and that helps me be successful with my prep. So those are kind of like the things that I do for my meals every day. And then you'll see, I'll try to share as much as I can with my trip, with family, with parties and things like that. 1 a.m. and everybody else just went to bed. I am here trying to finish up for my grandbaby's first birthday for tomorrow. Almost done. Good morning, everybody. Happy Saturday. So we went to sleep last night around 2 a.m. We were trying to finish the centerpieces for my granddaughter's birthday party today. She's actually turning 1 until next week, but we are having a celebration this weekend with us and our family, and then next weekend with my daughter-in-law's family, and of course our immediate family on her actual birthday. So she's gonna get to celebrate 3 times, God willing. But we are here in Laredo up early because we still need to get things for the party. So, you know, the things that you do for your children and now my grandbabies. So hopefully she, or us more than anything, enjoy everything that we're trying to do to celebrate her first birthday. Okay, trying to get the last minute things. Almost done. Here's your first meal. Pancakes. And here we are, ready to celebrate my grandbaby. This is Jimena. Look at Jimena. Oh my goodness. You ready, Mama? You ready? Look at her. Everybody trying to get ready for her birthday. Look at her. It turned out really pretty, right, Mama?
Feliz cumpleaños, vamos a celebrar. Feliz cumpleaños, no hay que parar. Feliz cumpleaños, baila sin descansar. Feliz cumpleaños, el ritmo a gozar.
Good morning, everybody. It is Sunday and I am in Laredo. I had my grandbaby's birthday party yesterday, and so I'm getting ready to go to the gym. It's Sunday and I plan to go to Rock Fitness, and hopefully it's fun. And then after that, I'm gonna we get together with the family for lunch. I think that's the plan. And then we'll start driving to Laredo. Start driving to Austin. And on my way to Austin, I will put on my online order for my groceries so that when I get home, or I'll do it now or during whatever time. Before I head back to Austin, I'll start putting in my grocery order to be delivered. So when I get home, it's already there. And when I'm out of town, or most of the time, but especially when time is limited, I will order, like most times, proteins that are already made, and then some vegetables that are either fresh or steamable bags, and carbs that are easy to eat, like my delicious rice cakes, you know, those kinds of things, so that tomorrow when I go to work, I'm not gonna have trouble or problems having a meal ready for me to, you know, take with me. And then of course, easy meal prepping today when I get home. Okay, so we are now, I say we, my daughter is here with me, my partner in crime. We are now going to Rock Fitness, and it's actually, previous videos I've stayed at my mother-in-law's home that is in Rio Bravo, which is about, I don't know, like 20-30 minute drive. This time I'm staying at her house on Cuatro Vientos, and there's the Rock Fitness right here, so it's gonna take us about 2 minutes to get there. And here we are. finish cardio. Okay, everybody, so this is my 4th week out prep update, and I kind of tried to share as much as I could of my week, and as you could see, most of it is repetition, but everybody like myself goes through different things in their personal life. So I shared with you my granddaughter's birthday celebration. She's turning 1, and so we went out of town with the family, and how I was able to spend some time with the family, but also during prep be able to, whether it was take my food with me or whatever the case may be, right? So first thing that I shared with you was my check-in. On my check-in, coach responded as I am doing great, and there were no changes. So I continued to do 90 minutes of cardio. If you have been following me, you know that we started with very little cardio. We ended up with 2 hours, and then after my vacation, I ended up staying at 90 minutes. And so my cardio is not high intensity or anything like that. I walk on the treadmill, and so it's really good as far as like not putting pressure on my knees. I'm not exhausted. I recover, and I can really fast because it's walking, and the next day train with no problem. I am training now full body, and that is a personal preference at the moment, but it's going really well. And as far as check-in, everything is the same. So I have 5 low carb days, low days, and then 2 high carb days. As far as how I am feeling and how things are going, I had maybe 1 or 2 days where I felt hypoglycemic, low in carbs, low in energy, but right after I feel like that, I have my high carb day and I go back to it. Now, what I did mention on the video was that I'd go into detail as far as difference in my prep. Last year and years, as the years go by, I feel less and less on prep. There was times where I was on a Stairmaster, almost feeling like I was gonna faint, and I had very little food, and cardio was a lot, right? Part of it to get lean enough, to get conditioned enough for this sport, right? But as the years go by, it's less and less that I feel. I did start my prep a lot leaner from previous years, and so there was, I guess, less pressure on my body, doing it fast to get lean enough for a show or to push through the prep. And it's been fairly easy. I feel times, and I ask my family, my daughter, my husband, and say, hey, I don't feel like I'm on prep. I don't feel lean enough. I don't know, because I'm not feeling drained, exhausted like I used to. I do have those feelings on and off, but they're not the same. Absolutely not the same. So that is where I'm at the moment. Now, I did go over details during the vlog as far as like why I put in my favorite foods, throughout my prep, and, just kind of keeping myself successful through this prep without having to be, with only one meal prep or meal plan versus, picking and choosing what you enjoy to eat. Now, that is for my prep update. Then you saw how I prepped for my trip, and then you also saw how at the birthday party, which, by the way, I didn't share some of the times while I was eating, because one, during the party, I really didn't eat. I ate until I got to my mother-in-law's house, and I had my egg salad. the one I took in case I got hungry, that's what I ate. And then one of the foods that was part of the lunch at the birthday party was a chicken breast. And so I did have some when I got home. But there is times where I'm socializing, so I kind of take a video of what I'm eating and how I'm doing it. But I take my meal just in case wherever I'm at that they don't have an option for me. And again, options would be plain things that are grilled, that are steamed or just fresh, versus something that at the restaurant or at the gathering that they made, which is going to be very difficult for me to track. Now I do track everything on an app, and to make sure that I'm counting my calories to what my daily calories are, my carbs, my proteins, my fats. And so a lot of the times it's easier to just eat the same thing because you just copy and paste, and you don't worry about, oh, I'm at work or I'm busy, and then having to go back, what did I eat? How much did I eat? Did I write it down? Because since you eat the same thing, you just copy and paste, there's going to be no errors. So we try to stick to the same foods. I stick to the same foods morning, lunch, and dinner. It's my fourth meal that I always kind of try to leave for open to, depending on what I feel like or if there's something going on. But 99% of the time I eat the same thing. And it just, it's better for one for me to be on track, for me to make sure that my macros are counted as best as possible, as accurate. You don't have that stress of trying to figure out what to eat. And then of course how your body's going to react to certain foods. You don't want to wait until it's time for you to do your show and try a different food and end up getting bloated or something like that. So that's another reason why you want to kind of keep the same foods that you are used to consuming. And I'm trying to think about anything else. I think that this video I had mentioned that it was going to be mostly my updates, my weekly things going on in my life, but food. So I try to share with you kind of like how I do it in my personal life and how I share the different foods that I eat during my prep at the moment. So this, I'm actually, when you see this video, I'll be 3 weeks out. So I'm going to start my 3 weeks out prep. Again, I'm very excited. I am nervous just because I don't feel lean enough, but I think that's maybe, something that we kind of go through. It's just like I mentioned before, it just feels different. I don't feel as exhausted, as tired, as crazy, like I used to for previous prep. So it's just different. But thank you all so much for watching. Next week, I will update you on my prep, and it'll be my 3 weeks out prep. Thank you all. See you next.